Hey guys, Jason here with Biowarrior Nutrition. Today I'm going to share with you the 6 warning signs that you're iodine deficient. Iodine deficiency is very common and can cause a number of health issues. In fact, it's estimated that up to 96% of people out there today are iodine deficient. 96% of people are estimated to be iodine deficient today. Later, I'll also share with you my top iodine-rich foods which you should be eating and what to look for in an iodine supplement. Iodine deficiency includes many symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, memory problems, thinning hair, constipation, depression, difficulty losing weight, headaches, dry skin, muscle weakness, and joint stiffness. Are you suffering from any of those symptoms? You may be iodine deficient. Here's some iodine deficiency info that may shock you. The World Health Organization stated iodine deficiency affects 72% of the world's population. That means 72% of people are actually iodine deficient. David Brownstein, who is probably the most knowledgeable doctor today about iodine, found that more than 96% of the 5,000 patients he tested were iodine deficient in a clinical study that he conducted. That's 96% of the people, of the 5,000 patients he tested, were iodine deficient. Could you be iodine deficient? I bet you are. The National Library of Medicine states iodine deficiency disorders, also known as IDD, are one of the biggest worldwide public health problems of today. One of the biggest worldwide health problems of today that nobody's talking about. Iodine deficiency disorders represents the different disorders that are associated with an iodine deficiency in a population. These disorders could also be preventable if the right dose of iodine is administered. So what does that mean? That means that we can actually resolve this issue of an iodine deficiency by providing the body with enough iodine. Here's a few common disorders resulting from an iodine deficiency. Hypothyroidism, increased cholesterol levels, goiter, which is enlargement of the thyroid gland, low fertility, how many people are suffering with low fertility these days, breast disease, breast cancer, and increased infant mortality. Let's talk about chlorinated and fluoridated water. Our water supply is loaded with chemicals like chlorine and fluoride. These two chemicals are halogens. These halogens are toxic to your body. Another halogen, though, that's beneficial is actually iodine. Iodine is the only halogen that the human body needs to live. One of the bad things about chlorine and fluoride is that they block iodine receptors and prevent your body from actually absorbing the crucial iodine it desperately needs. Number 2, toxic chemicals in the air and food. Bromine is another toxic halogen. Methylbromine is commercially used as an ingredient in pesticides, which are sprayed all over the crops that you're eating. Those same crops are then sold at your local grocery store and served on your dinner table without you even knowing it. The worst part is that the risk is increasing as pesticide usage levels have been steadily increasing. They're spraying the crops with more and more pesticides. Number 3, selenium deficiency. Studies have shown many who are diagnosed with iodine deficiency have shown selenium deficiency as well. So we have numerous mineral deficiencies. The thyroid gland needs both iodine and selenium to produce enough thyroid hormones. But when you lack one or both, your body has lower thyroid hormones. Low selenium levels also cause the thyroid gland to work harder to produce hormones. It's important to have both selenium and iodines to support thyroid health. Number 4, pregnancy. The Journal of Pediatrics stated about 1/3 of pregnant women in the US are iodine deficient. 1/3 of pregnant women in the US are iodine deficient. That's a shocking number, but it actually gets worse. At the time, only about 15% of breastfeeding and pregnant women take iodine supplements. Why are our pregnant women not taking iodine? Iodine deficiency is associated with impaired brain function in infants and stunted physical and mental growth. Number 5, smoking. Smoke like tobacco contains a compound named thiocyanate. Thiocyanate inhibits the uptake of iodine and may be responsible for the production of iodine levels. Tobacco smoke has a negative effect on thyroid function and can also block hormone action as well. So if you're smoking, you may be iodine deficient. Number 6, low dietary iodine intake. In 2004, a University of Texas study found that between 1950 and 1999, calcium, protein, iron, vitamin C, and other vitamins and minerals in crops have been steadily decreasing and becoming depleted. They concluded that soil depletion has increased by as much as 40%. Nutrients like iron, calcium, and vitamins are naturally in some foods. Iodine does not naturally occur in specific foods. Instead, iodine has to be present in the soil. The plant then absorbs the iodine from the soil, and thus that's how we get it. Once that plant is harvested, the iodine can then be ingested by eating the foods grown from that soil. Unfortunately, the problem is trace minerals like iodine are rarely added to our soils today, if not ever added. Iodine is generally obtained through a healthy diet. However, it can be attained from iodine supplementation. Sea vegetables and seafoods are foods that are great sources of iodine. The problem is that with today's polluted oceans, they may also contain toxins that inhibit your iodine absorption. Nuts, seeds, beans, garlic, and onions are all good sources of iodine, provided that the soil contains sufficient amounts of iodine, which we know has been depleting. And if farmers aren't adding these important trace minerals, you're not getting it. So let's take a look at 5 foods that are high in iodine. Number 1 is seaweed. Seaweed has 11% to almost 2,000% of our daily value of iodine, and that's 1 sheet of nori. Baked cod, 66% of our daily value would come from baked cod, just eating about a 3-ounce portion. Cranberries, in 1 ounce of cranberries, you can get 60% of your daily amount of iodine. Baked potato with the peel. 1 medium-sized baked potato with the peel will give you about 40% of your daily value. And again, this is assuming that iodine is in the soils, which we know are being depleted. So again, this is just an estimate. Raw milk, 37% of your daily value if you drink 1 cup of raw milk. The 8 health benefits of iodine. Iodine optimizes energy levels. It'll boost immunity. It regulates the metabolic rate. It removes toxic chemicals like halogens that we discussed earlier. Helps to prevent certain types of cancer as well. How big is cancer these days? How many people do you know that are dying of cancer or are suffering from cancer? It prevents impaired development and growth in children, supports healthy skin and nails, prevents enlarged thyroid gland. Iodine is an essential trace mineral and is a critical component of the thyroid hormones T3 and T4. Hormones like T3 and T4 regulate the metabolic cells and play an important role in early growth and development of organs like the brain. A deficiency and lack of intake of iodine leads to insufficient hormone production, which can adversely affect the kidney, heart, liver, and the brain. Iodine deficiency includes many symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, memory problems, thinning hair, constipation, depression, difficulty losing weight, headaches, dry skin, muscle weakness, and joint stiffness. Are you suffering from any of those symptoms? You may be iodine deficient. Risks for iodine deficiency include chlorinated and fluorinated water. How many people of us are taking baths? How many of us are drinking fluoridated water? Toxic chemicals in the air and the food, we can't get away from it. There's toxins everywhere. And not to mention a selenium deficiency, also pregnancy, smoking, and low dietary iodine intake are all risks that can lead you to be iodine deficient. 150 micrograms a day for adults and children over 14 years old is the recommended daily amount for iodine. And I say daily, that means you need it every single day. If you're a pregnant or breastfeeding mother, it's recommended that you consume more iodine at around 290 micrograms every day. The 8 healthy benefits of iodine include optimizing energy levels, boosting immunity, regulate the metabolic rate, get your hormones moving, get your metabolism moving so you can actually lose weight, generate energy. It removes toxic chemicals and halides. It helps to prevent certain types of cancers as well. It's also antifungal, antiviral. It's going to kill pathogens. It also prevents impaired development and growth in children and supports healthy skin and nails. And it also prevents enlarged thyroid gland. If you have any of these symptoms that we talked about today, you probably have an iodine deficiency. And the best way to get iodine into your body is to supplement. Again, we talked about the problems with the soil depletion. We don't know if the foods that we're eating contain enough iodine. And not to mention that most of us don't eat seaweed every day. We don't eat baked cod. We don't eat a lot of fish. Therefore, we need to supplement. Here's what to look for in an iodine supplement. Remember, not all iodine supplements are created the same. A lot are using archaic technology like a potassium iodide, which it can actually even be dangerous, right? You want to use a nascent iodine that's in the consumable form. Most nascent iodines on the market right now are non-consumable. There's only one patent out there for a nascent iodine that's consumable, and that's Energy Warrior. Energy Warriors pass through a Tesla magnetic field, which makes it 100% bioavailable. That's the problem with most iodine supplements out there that aren't passed through electromagnetic frequency, is that they have to be converted by the thyroid gland, which decreases their effectiveness. Energy Warrior is the only consumable patented form of nascent iodine on the planet that's 100% bioavailable, and that's exactly why I want to give you a free bottle of my brand new nascent iodine called Energy Warrior. Energy Warrior will give you the needed iodine you need each and every day with just a few drops in water. To claim your free bottle before they're all gone, go to biowarriornutrition.com/free energy. That's biowarriornutrition.com/free energy to claim your free bottle today.